But what's good, everybody? What's happening? Welcome. I put the wrong screen up. What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to week 7, podcast 7, episode 7 of Coast to Coast, ladies and gentlemen. What's
coast
up,
to coast, coast to coast.
Say what's
coast
up to the people,
to
man.
Coast. What up, y'all? What up? It's been a long week.
It has been a long week, man. It's been a long week. It's the new month. You know, it's just a lot going on. Knicks are winning. It's feeling good.
Lakers are winning.
Yeah, I know.
Feels great. Feels amazing.
But how you feeling, man? How's life?
It's good. It's good. You know, I got a sponsorship opportunity right here.
What's your sponsorship?
You see this here?
Oh my goodness! People aren't gonna know much about that.
Oh, it's okay. I'm about to let them know. So right here is what we have here called a double-double. All right.
Mm-hmm. From McDonald's.
Made by
Is it from McDonald's? You want to let them know where it's from?
No, it is from In-N-Out. Okay. Where the hamburger's all about. Okay. All right. And you see this scrumptious burgers here. All right.
I'm glad that you are taking the time to eat your dinner on Coast to Coast. I'm starving. I ain't even ate yet, but it's okay. I'm glad you don't care about my emotions. I can smell the In-N-Out from my spot.
I'm just saying, In-N-Out sponsor us, and I'll do that more often. You know, I got you covered.
Oh my goodness! But I see people trickling in. What's up, everybody? I understand if you guys are watching the football game. Actually, our own B War is watching it himself. He's a Charter fan. After Thursday, I don't care about football, so I actually watch no games today. Other than I tuned into your Laker game because I heard Beasley was playing, so I had to check it out.
The Bees
was playing, and he was in full effect, and I loved it. He looked good. Bless you? What did he end up with? God bless you.
Nah.
What did he ultimately end up with?
I think he had double-digit points.
I think so, man. I'm looking at it.
Go ahead and say it. I already know what you want to say. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to be ignorant yet. It's too early to be ignorant because I don't want him to get benched because, Luke Walton like to be sporadic with his minutes. But as of right now, the Bees has been free.
There it is.
I even took on my IG. I post nothing but Knicks stuff, right? But I had to take the time to show the love
when he dunked on. I forget who he dunked on. Willie's brother.
I don't care. My vision. Oh yeah, he dunked on Juancho.
Yeah, exactly.
How much did Michael be? Beasley dropped 14 off of 6-9 shooting. 4 boards, an assist, a plus 14, no turnovers, 1 for 1 from free throws, 1 for 1 from 3. Beasley out in 13 minutes. That's the Beasley I remember from the Knicks. Efficiency to wazoo. Yes.
Excuse me. Damn.
Lakers not playing in the playoffs. The West too deep. Lakers up. They're sitting up top. They tied up top.
We are 4th.
Yeah, y'all sitting up top. Y'all tied up. No, I'm about to say you're not tied with the Warriors, but you're right behind the Warriors.
We're half a game behind.
Look, so there's one thing I've learned in my entire life is you never count against LeBron James. I don't care who's around him. I don't care what team he's on. You never say anything against LeBron James because he gonna figure it out.
Game 1 of last year's finals should have been a clear indicator. If he had an actual team, he might have actually done something.
They win game 1. That final was completely different. You could tell. And also, he wouldn't have punched the wall if they won. So there's that.
But Earl.
We'll talk about Earl later. We're not talking about Earl right now. We're not talking about my man JR. Earl's. Whatever. But we have a fun show. Not much happening in the league this week. But we're making do with what we got. As you guys see from the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about the draft. We're talking about who's sitting where, people tanking and what non-players and teams not tanking. Hence the Knicks. So we're gonna be talking about that. We got either or coming up later. Basketball. Well, it's not all basketball. Some of these are personal, but they tie into basketball in some way. But shout out to the chat. We're at 37 right now. Again, I understand you guys watching football. You guys doing what you're doing. It's Sunday, enjoying your time. I get it. I understand. LeBron's the best player ever, like no doubt. Okay, COC. That's a bold prediction. Build the team around Beasley, Mighty Knicks, somebody with sense. Somebody with sense. What's good, Q? What's up? Quentin Anderson's in the chat. A lot happened this week. Cavs all in on the tank. We're gonna talk about the Cavs. We're gonna talk about them. On the road, 8-74. My tank is dead. Look, man, I got some bad news. We are not going 8-74.
I hope not.
I hope not either.
That's some Phoenix stuff right there.
Man, Lakers not winning nothing. Delusional Laker fans. LOL. Now, I'm not going to go full and say they're going to win anything this year. I'm just saying I read that someone said they're not making the playoffs.
I never said that they were going to win the whole thing. I'll mark my words by everything I love. I never once said they was going to win the championship.
No, I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. Let's jot that down for sure. I don't care if it's between 3 and 8. They're going to make the playoffs. It's LeBron James. Sure. Stay mellow. How about them Cowboys, CK? I told you on last stream you was talking spicy. Let me tell you something, all right? 10-2. All right, on to the next subject. I hate the Cowboys so much. I'm like,
how bad was it at work?
Lose to the two teams. Thank God Britt didn't come in the next day. Britt did not have to. I mean, you guys. I don't know if you guys saw it on my IG story, but that was the most of it. She texted me, but that was the most of it. She wasn't in work, so I didn't have to worry about hearing about it and blah blah blah. Whatever.
It's okay, man. It happens to all of us.
Whatever.
Like when we lost to Denver.
Oh my gosh! See, but that's divisional. That's different because that's infuriating. You lose a divisional game like that. That's hatred. But we can all agree whether you're in the same division as the Cowboys or not. Your team loses the Cowboys. You pissed. No one wants to lose the damn Cowboys. Hi, CK. Just to tell you that I'm watching you from another country and your content is very good. Keep it up. Appreciate you, Spectaz. Also check out the homie War. There's a little eye that you'll see in the corner. Hit him up. Hit the subscription. Hit the subscribe. He gonna be posting more. That's what he said. He told me right before the stream. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be posting every day from now on." I'm like, "B, I don't know if you could do that." He's like, "Yo, I'm doing it. F school, F everything else. I'm posting every day from now on." I'm like, "All right, I'll tell them."
Living off YouTube.
Nah, but he posted.
I figured out the algorithm, not algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
No, algorithm. That's what it is, right? That's the word. It's algorithm.
Momentum
Algorithm. All right. So go Giants Nation. Y'all won today, right? Giants won today. All right. So we're going to jump into this first subject. Oh, before we jump into any subject, if you can see in the background, we got a big shiny 8 on the board. The 50-50 board. We on track, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Durant. Special shout out to Kevin Durant for giving us that 50 piece that he owed us because he was supposed to give us a 50 piece when he had, 49? And then he gave us that 51 in a loss.
He hurt us though, but it's okay.
He got it back. It's
all right.
So we had 8.
Out.
Yes, we're on 8 on the 50-50 board with plenty of time on the clock. It could happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Steph just get hurt again, so that way he has to throw 50
or Steph can join.
Or Steph, you throw your 50 bombs too. That's okay.
Steph can join the party. I mean, we got one for Clay. We got a Clay 50 on the board. We got a KD 50 on the board. Things are looking great. Yeah, right now Derrick Rose, Clay, Steph, Blake, Kemba, LeBron, James, and KD. All right. Add to the board, people. Add to the board. All right, so jumping into this tanking. I've discussed it in a few of my videos. I'm sure Brandon his team has officially left that whole conversation now that they're good again.
What is that?
Yeah,
we don't know.
You don't know what tanking is anymore. That's not a thing for Lakers land anymore. But he was there once. The Lakers were there once a few times for the past few years. And tanking has been a subject of conversation for the NBA for years on end. And we're already – a lot of people are speculating that the tank is in full effect right now, as we saw in our own chat, by like Cleveland, by Atlanta, and by Phoenix. And we're going to talk about whether it's worth it or not, because a lot of you guys know the rule changed this year where pretty much the top 3 teams all have the same shot at the number 1 pick. And then there's more specifics from 4 to 8 or 4 to I don't know the specifics on those, but either way, it's supposed to be a lot more even where there's no incentive to tank. You know, there's still incentive to get a lottery pick, sure, but there's no incentive to tank anymore.
Everybody has the same percentage chance in order to get that top pick. You know?
Right. And I think that's what it was. I think that they all have the same percentage to get in the top 3, I think it
The
was.
top 3, yeah.
And then the top 3 all have the same percentage to get the first pick. I think it's something like that, something along those
Correct.
lines. I could be wrong. Please fact check us. We're not perfect, and we love when you guys correct us because we want the right information, not the wrong information. But with that being said, though, I'm asking you, B, again, you're not going to think about tanking or talk about tanking for forever because your team's good now. But what are your thoughts? What are or were your thoughts on the tanking on the prospect of getting the best pick but suffering throughout the entire season?
I think you can attest to this too. Is you have to think of it also from a player's perspective.
Yeah.
An organization's perspective, and then a fan's perspective. Obviously, a fan, it's easy for us, even as fans, to be like, "Oh, we need to go and get such and such because he's the next big thing." There's a lot of hype that media feeds fans that might not also translate it onto the court.
Facts.
So you have that issue. As a player, who likes losing?
No one.
Nobody does. So from everybody telling you to go against of what you've been taught your entire life, and that's to go out and win a game. Now you're purposely throwing a game to get a young kid, a 19-year-old that's supposed to be better than you. No one really wants to do that. And then from an organization standpoint, if you continue to lose, you can't sell out seats.
Yep. Look at the Cavaliers. Cavaliers got to sell their damn seats for $2, and they're still not selling them.
$2, bro. Lakerland, we selling our tickets for $100.
You also have tickets for my rent.
Exactly. So, it's a lot. It's a lot to jumble around. But for me personally, I only think tanking is okay if your team has absolutely no talent. Like you're pretty much an expansion team.
Okay. So okay.
I think that would be the okay, we need to purposely lose so that we can get, the next coming to come.
Right. I what? I think I'll give you that too. I think I agree on that one. I mean, if there ever was expansion, if my plan goes into effect, we talked about that in like episode 2. If my plan ever goes into effect in Las Vegas and Seattle get teams, then yeah, I agree with that. To get it, get that marquee guy and then start rolling from there. But I'm gonna piggyback off what you said and agree with especially as players and the Knicks. I use my Knicks as an example. Trey Burke coming out this past week, even though it's very unlikely, even though it is possible because it is the Eastern Conference. But him coming out saying that we trying to get to the playoffs, like mystery with all this tank stuff. Sure, we ain't got KP, we don't have this, we don't have that, but we're trying to go to the playoffs. And that's just I find that hard to believe that that's not the mentality for a majority of these teams, except for teams that are used to tanking, like the Phoenix Suns. You see what I'm saying? So like they don't have. Cleveland, it's new to some of these guys because Tristan, he was there for a few bad years, sure, but like the majority of these guys. Clarkson. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson been on bad teams for his entire life. He had one taste of playoffs, and that was it. But Phoenix more so than any other teams because they have, Devin Booker's probably never had a playoff. Not probably, he has not had a playoff season. T.J. Warren, a lot of these core guys of this team, they're accustomed to losing and they're getting stats up, but they don't know really what it is to win. And I feel like that is the downside of tanking, and that's why I'm so against it when it comes to my Knicks. And I say it all the time, like I'm okay if we go 0-82 as long as in those 82 games we lost by like 5 or less, you know what I mean? Because we fought. If we fought and lost, cool.
It's all about like a culture change too. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I've noticed you said that in a lot of your videos. It's not a matter of us going out and just tossing the egg out and just hoping and like giving the team a W. No, it's a matter of building a foundation.
Yeah.
In terms of what you want to build for the future. Do you want to build winning track or do winning ways, or do you just want to continue to lose and hope for that player to come out? So because last time I checked, besides KP, what was the last like really good draft pick that the Knicks have picked up?
I mean, arguably it could be Kevin Knox, but I see what you're saying because Frank Ntilikina is still a work in progress.
There's been a lot of question marks as to what is their best draft pick. Mm-hmm. It's been a minute, and you can say the same thing for the Lakers too. It took us a while to get a decent Brandon Ingram. It took us a while we lucked out on getting Kyle Kuzma, and who's to say that they're going to be these A+, league leaders in whatever stat or popularity wise.
Yeah,
they probably never will. So it's for the chances of you landing that type of player is very, very rare. So tanking is not. It's not the end all be all.
It's
like
not.
There's a lot of front office moves. Like you guys got to be savvy. You got to be smart. You got to be, X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
And along with like the players, you got to develop your players. You got to make sure that they're getting better each and every day. There's a lot that goes into it instead of just, all right, guys, we're 20 games in, call it in. Let's. The whole off season done. It was worthless, guys. Like nobody. No, this way.
Bring it in. We tried. We'll try again next year.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree with that, and that's the biggest thing for me, and that's what I'm loving about Fizz. Like we've taken. I think we've taken of our where we're at 16 losses right now, and of those 16 losses, I think we've taken 3 like real butt whoopings. Other than that, the other 13 games we could have won or we were in the game. And that is what's important to me because you're building that culture of because it hurts. It hurts to lose. And that's what you want. Like you want the team to be upset, get hurt by the loss, and compete to make sure that doesn't happen again in the next game. But
also have that feeling that we could have won.
Facts, exactly. Like we were in that game. Like that was a winnable game. Like I don't care if this is the Boston Celtics. I don't care if this is the Milwaukee. But like we could. This is a game right now we could have won. I don't care what they're known to be or what they're known to do in this league. And to me, that's a big deal, especially when the Knicks, we're the youngest team in the league. It's very important for us to have that flavor because we could easily slip into that funk where it's just like losing just comes regular. We're just glad to be in the NBA. I just want my stats. I want to do this. It's so easy to fall into that because these young guys won't understand that. But to have Fizz doing what he's doing, like this recent debacle with Frank Ntilikina that's blowing up the internet. It's like the freaking blue and black and white and gold dress situation right now because we got people seeing it as a growing experience and people seeing it as Frank Ntilikina needs to get traded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a lesson. Like nobody's minutes are guaranteed, even if we are a team that is about the rebuild. And I love that. Like that is what benefit. That's why we're seeing Emmanuel Mudiay turn into who he is, and that's why we're seeing some of these things. But and there's many other examples outside of the Knicks. It's just these are the ones that I could relate to because that's my team that I'm following right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm just there's no point in tanking. And you said the biggest thing. There's no guarantee that player you're tanking for will be the game changer. Since we have the handfuls of we have the Kevin Durant, we have the LeBron James, we have those guys that came in, were the high pick, were picked up, and they are leading their team to greatness. But then we have the other outliers that are superstars in this league that were not drafted so high. We have Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchells. We have the Kawhi Leonards. We have these guys that were not the top side of guys in their drafts, and they're leading their teams to to championships and to greatness and doing more than just
a lot of that comes down to your organization in terms of did they properly scout. Mm-hmm. And other stuff. So it's like I said earlier, it's a lot of stuff that comes into it, a lot of stuff that goes into winning ways.
Yeah.
And, it starts from the top down.
100%. Now let me look at the chat. All right. First thing I see, Tim Hardaway Jr. is guaranteed minutes. Dude can go 3 for 27, 100%, and not get benched. Fizz is clueless unless he benches TJ. I disagree 100%. Tim Hardaway Jr. is our KP until KP gets back. And here's the thing. If Tim Hardaway Jr. was doing all that, and trust me, if you watch my videos, I'm never easy on Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't hate Tim Hardaway Jr., but I'm not easy on him because he's supposed to be our star guy. But here's the thing. if he does all that, forget all that from first to the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, what did Tim Hardaway Jr. do for us? He hit a key floater. He had 8 assists in the past game. Tim Hardaway is known to pick it up when it counts, and that's the reason why he gets that pass, because he has that pedigree on the team to be a quote-unquote closer for us. And, again, he's our best option. So, in the long run, yes, I'd be okay mentioning Tim Hardaway Jr. for when we're actually trying to compete. But for right now, in the process of, rebuilding and trying to get the best result that we can in each game, Tim Hardaway Jr. has been very effective for us, and that's why I've simmered down on my Tim Hardaway hate, because he shot a 1 for a billion last night, but he hit one key shot that kept the ball rolling until Moutier took it over and we won that game. So it's like he's one of those guys that you just got to deal with it and just take the blows. I mean, that's we've seen Kobe Bryant's shooting percentage. I'm not in any way comparing the two, but it's one of those things, like when it matters, that's what's more important.
Mama, there go that man.
Yeah,
that's all you heard.
Anyways, TJ is not a closer. He's a chucker. He is 100% a chucker, but let me tell you, look, you can pull it up in some of these close games. Who's the one that's hitting those key shots that are keeping us in the game? It's the chucker himself, Tim Hardaway Jr. So call it chucking, call it closing. It's helping us win. It helped us win some of these games, or helped us stay in some of these games. I see a lot of Giants talk. I don't care about the Giants. Like I said, I don't care about your football teams. The Saints lost to the Cowboys.
Tie game.
Is it really? They came back in it?
It is a tie game.
Oh, Chargers. I early on, I had the Chargers going far.
It is alive.
So they're not making me look.
No, they're not making you look foolish.
They're not making me look bad. Yeah, thanks, Chargers. THA hits that bucket when we need it. The haters are asleep. That's all. I agree. And again, I like Tim Hardaway Jr., but I'm very critical on him. But I've learned to take a step back and let him do his thing. All right. How I feel about why is your TV mounted so high, B?
I wasn't, I didn't think all that through. I will adjust my room soon. It's just
again, for those who don't know, Brandon likes to adjust his room at least like 3 times a year.
I'm more than 3 times a year.
You're right. I apologize.
I'm just creative juices be flowing, and then one idea goes, and I'll be like, "Ooh, that looks good.
That would look good over there." Yeah, I get that.
So.
I get that. I saw the news. He said David Lee. Oh, we were talking about after KP. Brandon said after KP, not before KP. Yeah, David Lee was definitely one of those guys. Oh, man, I remember when he decided to go to Golden State. David Lee. Anyways, TSG got a bad contract, 100%. Knox needs to start ASAP. I give him another game. Let's not rush into things. Trust me, I want him to start, but at the same time, let's give him a game. In my opinion, Dotson should be starting over Hezonja, but that's another thing. But yeah, so tanking. So here's the question, Brandon. Do you think we know right now the bottom 3 teams are Cleveland, Atlanta, and Phoenix? Now, say it stays that way, but do you think Cleveland ultimately is going to get that pick? Or do you think it's going to be one of those things where just like the NBA gods be like, cool, you got the bottom 3, but you going to get number 3?
I don't know. I think it depends on I don't know if I'm sure you've thought of this too, and a lot of our viewers. The NBA is all about storylines.
100%.
So who out of the 3 would have the biggest storyline in terms of sadness appeal or get notoriety because they got the number 1 overall pick?
See, I'm half and half on Cleveland because the possibility of Zion, and a lot of people think that Zion's like LeBron James-esque. I'm not one of those people. I think he's gonna be great. I'm just not LeBron James-esque. But a lot of people see that, so they think that he'll go to the Cavs, be the next LBJ, and then that'll be the storyline of the century. But then the other reason why I'm not thinking that Cleveland is a storyline is because we saw it with, Anthony Bennett, Kyrie Irving. We've had them get it so many times, and until LeBron James came to the team, they were good. Nothing against Kyrie, because people forget that right before LeBron was coming there, the Cavaliers were slowly climbing to being an okay team in the East, not championship with it, but they were climbing to be okay, and then LeBron came in and elevated them to the next level. But
accelerated that whole process
100%, because it would took another 12 years before they did it. But Andrew Wiggins, I completely forgot that he was their pick, and then they traded him away. But But ultimately, of those three teams, you got to give it to Cleveland. I would love to see
Cleveland has the highest chance, I think, just because we lost our only superstar, our hometown hero kid that saved us. Mm-hmm. We need somebody else. Like Phoenix already has a very good player in. What's his
numbers
name?
of good players, man. That's the problem with Phoenix.
But their best player,
Devin Booker.
Like they already have somebody established. Mm-hmm. Like I think we could all say an established star.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Everybody tell me that Devin Booker. I mean, yeah, sure, his defense is still lacking, but Devin Booker.
When you're losing all the time, I wouldn't want to play.
Man. Yeah, man, screw that.
In Chicago, I don't think Chicago's as bad as we think.
No, Chicago's like the Knicks. Like they're lower level, but they're not that bad. They're not as bad as they're not going to be top 3. They're going to probably get either anywhere between 5th and 8th, which is why I got the Knicks. I got the Knicks going between 4 and 9, somewhere in that range. Okay. But my order, what I would like to see story wise is I want Cleveland, Atlanta, and Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. I could see that too. Yeah. Atlanta's another team they ain't got nobody.
But that's the thing. If they get that top 3 pick and pick up any of those guys at that top to accompany with John Collins, who is proven to be a nice piece with Trae Young, put any kind of wing with Trae Young and the young guys they got out there. If Taurean Prince really turns into that player that a lot of people think he is, I think he's good. I don't think he's all that.
He's another. They used to have him on their team.
Oh, Carroll.
Yeah,
to an extent, I'll give him a little tad bit more athletic. When I saw him play us, and I didn't know he could do things around the rim. I just thought he was a shooter. But what's good with Sean? What's happening? Type M if you think Mitchell Robinson is good. Oh, I thought you said it was bad. I was about to ban you from my chat. But this was not talked about in the pre-show, but give me I want to play a game. Give me a quick a quick hypothesis on who you think is going to be the top 10. Like what is gonna be the top 10 picks? Like
top 10?
Yeah, I'll go first. Not players, not players. The draft order. Just off of what we got right now. I'll go first. I'm writing them down because then I know I'll start repeating teams. So 1 through 10, I'm gonna stick to what I said. I got Cavs 1. I got Hawks 2. I got
Phoenix gets Phoenix mauled again.
Sorry, Phoenix. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna draft another wing, and I can't stand Phoenix. They got
not get a point guard.
Oh my gosh, they got a great player in Mikal Bridges that is slowly. Mikal Bridges is gonna be so nice. The whole talk about him just being a 3D guy. Watch a Phoenix game. Watch Mikal Bridges in one game. Like the man is hitting pull up. I can go on about Mikal Bridges. He played a little bit. I mean, he dropped 11. So he had 2 steals, 11, 4 boards. He played all right. But again, it was probably the garbage minutes though.
Yeah.
Cavs, Atlanta, Phoenix, and 4. Let me get the standings in front of me just to make sure I'm not tripping. Because I almost said Brooklyn, but who has picks? That's another thing I gotta pay attention to. Let me go to the mock draft and compare. This is what I get for going off the fly.
Brooklyn doesn't.
No, I don't think. But I don't even think they. Because right now they're in the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken.
No, they are not.
They're not 8 seed. They're not. You're not looking at the standing. You're right. They're not. And they do have a pick. Okay, so I'm sticking to what I got here. All right, so I got Cavs, Atlanta, Phoenix. Well, the mock draft I got has the complete opposite. They have Phoenix, Cavs, Atlanta. Well, screw you. I'm doing my own thing. I'm going to go 4. They got Chicago on this one. I'm not going to do that. I think that's too low for Chicago. I'm actually going to go Miami. I think Miami will go 4. Sorry, D-Wade. You guys are trying, but it ain't good enough. Then I'm going to go Brooklyn in the house. Then I'm going to go
New York.
I don't want to do it though. I want to give us a little bit of hope, but just for I'm gonna go New York for 6. Then I'll go Chicago at 7. Then I'll go. Dang, it's crazy to see Houston is in this mock draft just because of how bad he's.
I see that too.
It's crazy. I'm not good. That's not gonna last. So I'm not putting Houston in mine. But what will last is I'm gonna go DC, Washington at 8. That's staying the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's not changing at all. New Orleans isn't staying that low. San Antonio could stay that low. Utah's not staying that low. Golly, man, the West is wild right now.
Mm-hmm.
And also, our boy KZ jumped up. He jumped to 15. I don't know if you saw that. It got refreshed yesterday, and he went from 17 to 15. So he going. Because
I heard that man's averaging like 20 plus a game.
He is killing. He had 52 in his first 2 games.
He had 22.
But he had 22 one game and 30 in the other. But that's still good for him, man. For second year.
Does that count as a 50-50 board?
Count it. No, that took 2 games to do it. It don't count. No, we ain't doing. Actually, we could add college because that's rare in college. Okay, chat. You guys decide, chat, and I'm not ignoring you. I know you guys are going crazy. Chat. I want you guys to decide. Do 50-point games in college, and we're only talking about D1. No one else. Just college, not China, not anywhere else. Do 50-point games in college count to the 50-50 board? Are we counting them? I vote for yes. I vote yes. LOL put him on the board. No, we're not putting KZ on the board. That was 2 games. Okay, we see 1 no. I want to see no. Okay, we just want the league. Okay, we got a lot of no's. All right. You say no more. Okay. All right, you win. All right, what was I thinking? All right, and then 9, I got Orlando. No, I'll give Orlando 10 because they're actually looking good, but they gonna fall off. We know Orlando gonna fall off. Golly, they got Houston low, Utah low, San Antonio, Boston.
Out of there. Just get them out of there. You already know they're not going to be in there.
Who? Which one? Houston, Utah, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they ain't staying down there.
It's going to be heavy East in the top 10. You know that, right?
Yeah, but who?
Take your pick.
Boston's not staying down there.
Well, obviously not Boston, but like Miami, Orlando, Washington.
Oh, you guys want to see the board too, huh? You want to see what I'm looking at? Let me show you. I just realized that I could probably show you guys what I'm looking at too. My fault, stream. Here we go. That's the mock draft I'm looking at right now currently. The Spurs. See, that is a question that we were going to talk about later, but we can briefly discuss that. Do you think this is the year that the Spurs miss it? Miss the playoffs?
We talked about a little bit before the show. I think Pop is gonna go off on. He's gonna end the sale on a bad note in terms of not making playoffs.
So you think he's gone now?
Yeah, I think they'll be like half a game or a game short.
I think Pop gives it a shot when they're healthy. I think he'll go at least another 1 more year and give it a shot when he got his guys. When he has DeJounte Murray, go through 1 more draft.
Isn't hurt in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Has a whole year with DeMar. I think he'll at least go 1 more year, and then if things go well, then maybe stay. But I don't think he's gonna go out after this year. But I am saying they are missing the playoffs, and because of that, just to make my life easy, I'm bumping Orlando to 9, and I'll put San Antonio at the 10th pick. Okay. As much as that hurts me to put them in the lottery, but yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So here's my list. People, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's at the bottom there. I got Cavs, Atlanta, Phoenix, Miami, Brooklyn, New York, Chicago, Washington, Orlando, and San Antonio. T-Wolves won't make the playoffs, but they ain't gonna be top 10. They'll be right now on here. They got them at 14. I think that's about safe. I think it'd be 12, 13, somewhere in that range. I think the West, a lot of the bad West teams are going to be, 11 through 15, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Knicks going to get top 10 for sure. Top 3, I don't think so. But Brandon, what are you thinking? What you got?
I got Cleveland first.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say Phoenix second.
Mm-hmm. Giving them some love.
Some love, yeah.
Atlanta.
I'll put Chicago third.
Whoa.
Just because.
Whoa.
Just because.
Insert Shannon Sharp GIF. Whoa. Skip. Just
because the NBA. Remember, I told you NBA likes storylines.
Okay.
Chicago is a big market.
Screw them. If they took Cam Reddish from me, I would cry. Like, I'm okay with Cam Reddish going anywhere else. I just don't want him going to Chicago. Because Chicago, to me, is our closest competitor as far as the rebuild goes. Because I feel like they're neck and neck with the Knicks. We just.
I don't think.
What?
I don't think Jabari is their that piece to fix what they're trying to do.
I think it's Zach. Zach has been real all season.
Yeah, well, like that. Yeah, for sure, it's been Zach. But I'm saying like, what the projected lineup was: Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Jabari,
Laurie,
Markin, and Willie. Not joking.
Willie.
Not Willie.
Oh, Wendell Carter.
Wendell Carter. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do they start? I don't think they start him yet.
They need to. Might as well.
At some point, for sure they should.
But
don't ask me that question, John. I can't. I'm so upset. I just read that.
What happened? What did he say?
He asked me, "Would you trade Frank for Bradley Beal?"
For what?
I don't care. I'm not talking about it.
I don't even think Washington wants that.
I don't care. They know what's good for them. They would want it. Denzel Valentine is on that team too. Anyways, all right. You shocked the world by putting Atlanta at 4.
Because remember how it's different now. So
what do I think Frank is worth? Frank is worth a whole year with New York without criticism or trade rumors. That's what I think Frank's worth. All right, continue. You're at 5.
I'm at 5?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was at 3.
You have 4. Cleveland, Phoenix, Chicago, Atlanta.
No. Brooklyn.
Okay. That's what we got. Brooklyn at 5. We both put them there.
Miami.
New
York.
You got us at 7. Yeah, that's what I think too. But I got 6.
Did I say Washington?
Right here.
I'll put Washington. I'll put Washington.
Okay.
San Antonio. And then I'll put Sac down.
Damn. Is that hate? I think that sound like hate to me.
Chris,
that sounds like hate to me.
How often does young teams do well in this
I stand by what I said. I'm not saying they're going to stay in the playoffs, but when they drop out of the playoffs, I stand by what I said. The Western Conference teams are going to be the heavy ones in that 11 to 15 range, and I think Sacramento will be one of those teams. If anything, 11. But I'm not putting them in the top 10. That is hate. You are a hater.
Trust me, I've watched 5 games of Sacramento already. I do enjoy watching them. That's if you don't like that, you don't like Kings basketball.
He gets on my nerves. I'm sorry. That or is it him that says that? I don't know who it is that say that, but every time I watch highlights, I hear, if you don't like that, then you don't like it. Like I'm like if you don't shut up. Anyways, but Kings basketball is great.
Enough of their games where I'm like, this is exciting, this is cool. It kind of reminds me of my team last year where they play up and down, and they just play a very good team basketball. Defensively, they'll get there eventually, but it's I don't think I still think they're going to be top 10, and then that's where you see the rest of the West teams start filling out the lottery.
I got you. Stay Mellow Raptors got the worst commentator. No, they're not. No commentator in the NBA is worse than the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics games are the most boring telecast I could ever listen to in my entire life. There are periods where you'll have 3 possessions and no one says a word. I cannot listen to the Boston Celtics. And then when they start talking, they don't know anything about any other team. Oh my God. They don't know. And that too. and they don't know anything about any other team other than the Boston Celtics. They're like, Frank Ntilikina going, or they'll be like, Frank Ntilikina going for the free throw. Yeah, he's known to be a defender. Not sure if he can shoot. Kevin Knox. They picked him up. He played in Kentucky. I just can't with Boston. I can't stand Boston's telecast. They're by far the worst in my opinion. Yep. But let's go to the chat here. Not ignoring you guys. I'm scroll up a little bit, see what's good. Brandon, I think Brandon talked about this in his last video, but for those who didn't see it, Brandon, would you do the Lonzo and Ingram for Bradley Beal trade?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Doesn't make sense. Because if you trade for Bradley Beal right now, I don't know if you guys know, but he has one of those super max deal contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And this coming off season, we have $35 million freed up. So I do not want
that eats it up.
Bradley Beal taking up $25 million of
Factuals.
that. I'm not a fan of that.
Factuals.
I don't want him, Bradley Beal, and LeBron James. Not doing that. So,
because I strongly believe that AD gonna choose you guys. Not when he's off. Not this year. Next year, right? He's a free agent.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's up in 2020.
He has this season and next season.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I'm pretty damn sure he gonna pick y'all, man. It just makes too much sense. Unless he really, 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 really wants to win something for New Orleans. How do you feel about the haters saying the refs won us that game? I feel like they need to watch any other New York Knicks game and kick rocks because we have the worst luck when it comes to referees, okay? We got one W. And that's the other thing, too. They called that not perfectly. They called it really well both ways in that Bucks game because we got some trash offensive fouls, too, but they were offensive fouls. Like that one step back, fade away towards the end that Moutier had, they called out an offensive foul. So it was called both ways. So for those people,
I'm happy they didn't give Giannis that superstar call at the end where he got the board.
Me too, because we already got screwed with that against the Bulls. That's how we lost against the Bulls in double overtime because they gave a stupid foul with .9 left. And it was
you don't call that.
You don't call that. You do not call that.
Underneath the basket, you can't see nothing, and you're standing vertical.
You don't call that. Not at all. Don't trade Frank. Agreed. By the way, I don't want to trade Frank. No, I didn't think you did. I was reading your comments. I don't think you did. Would you trade THJ and Frank for AD? That's not enough. That is not enough. What's up, Lucas? How you doing? The Raptors are we disagreed on that. Is Courtney Lee playing the next game? He has to be because I believe Frank's going to get benched again. And I think Courtney Lee's going to get inserted because Trey is out. What?
Courtney Lee getting an appearance?
Courtney Lee is back. His neck, his back, all that stuff is back. So it's healthy. Yeah.
My back. No Dwight.
No Dwight. I'm not talking about Dwight. Golden State Warriors, their commentators are pretty bad too. Lonzo should not be traded. Alonzo is better than Lonzo. So Lonzo got a compliment. Offensively, yes, but let me tell you something. Just watch Lonzo in the game. I would take Lonzo.
Seriously.
Like he does everything. Like literally the worst part of his game is his inconsistent scoring. I'll take that.
my man's defense is woo, it's impeccable right now.
He had 4 steals today and 5 the night before. Get out of here. I'm sorry. Like people only hating on him just because of the name. That's all it is, man. That if he was not, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If none of that happened, man, people would be talking about Lonzo Ball has a bright future, which he does. Anyways, but Zoe, look, I love ISO Zoe. I don't like him in point guard. I don't like him playing point guard. Fizz is trying something special with him, but I do love that ISO Zoe has been stepping out and getting boards and getting assists and stuff too. So that's been great. Comments. I don't care what you say, Bucks fans. Neither do I. I'm actually pretty excited for Sealy to play. I'm not excited, but I'm curious too. I want to see how he fits. I want to see because Courtney Lee was a great piece for us. Like people hate on him just because of his contract, which he should go because of the contract because we need Kevin Durant. But no to Melo this year. Okay, well, Speaking of that, that's actually the next thing we're gonna talk about. Actually, no. Before we get to that, we were talking about the Bucks briefly, but as a lot of you guys know, since a lot of you guys are Knicks fans, we know about the whole dunk. And you know what? I would be a hypocrite if I didn't show the dunk, even though you know how I feel about Mario Hezonja.
I mean, you got to give him some credit.
I am, and that's what I'm doing. I'm giving him his credit.
He's known to be athletic for a European player.
I will not agree, but sure.
Remember Vesely's from Washington?
Yes, that kid had ups, but he had no other part of his game, which is why he fell out of the league. All right, so here it is for the Hezonja heads, for the Super Mario freaks. Mario Hezonja, ladies and gentlemen, taking it away. Oh, that's right. I have to put you in full screen. Okay, go ahead, Hezonja. So we're gonna keep the sound off for easy reasons, but look at that. Boom, gets a little side piece of Giannis. Giannis goes all the way to his back. He steps over him. He makes one good play, and he's getting the crowd in. Look at everybody. Look at my man Lonzo Trier's face. Trier, even he knows what I'm talking about. Trier, the whole team, like, they should have been a lot more hyped. Okay, after that dunk, that was my problem. Like, they knew, everyone on this bench was like, uh-oh. I mean, Giannis, mind you, Giannis didn't blow. He had 31. He had a good game, 31 and 19 boards. Like, cool. Like, he had a great game. But he didn't do what I thought he was going to do after he got dunked on. And everybody looking at, look. Frank not paying attention.
Who are some of these people on the bench, man? Who's that tall white
Cornette?
boy?
That's Cornette. Don't worry about Cornette. Yeah. But
okay.
That's Lance Thomas. We know Lance Thomas. That's not that hard. None of these they're recognizable. Trey Burke, Trey I.
Who's in the suit?
That's Lance Thomas. He got hair now. That's probably why you don't recognize him. That's Lance Thomas.
Okay. Yeah.
Lance Thomas got hair now. He making a little goofy smell right there. We got Trey Burke, Kevin. You know all these guys, man. Dotson, maybe for outside fans, you won't know who Damian Dotson is. That's Damian Dotson right there. You know Mitch
Dave.
back there being covered. Corny Lee making his smile too. We got a bodyguard right there in the back, not believing what's going on. We got this guy, this bald head guy, who I'm pretty sure is the equipment guy. No, Corny Lee in the corner, yeah. You know, we got Lonzo Trier, and then we got a nice little feature of Eric Bledsoe. And if you look really closely, you can see Moudier's lips. Pause. Anyways, but they're all recognizable players. Look, Cantor making his way into the frame. Okay, but anyways, look, man. Hezonja did this thing. He dunked. He dunked over Giannis. He walked over him. Everyone was loving it. I was loving it. I got hyped up. I tweeted instantly. I jumped up. I was like, whoa, Hezonja got that in this game. Cool, right? Then we all know post-game, Giannis got in his feelings a little bit and talked about, if he does that, I'll punch him in his balls. Like, we heard that whole thing. So Brandon.
In his Greek accent.
In his Greek accent. I can't even make it Greek accent. I ain't got that. But Brandon brought up the question, and I like it because this also pertains to the Detroit game as well, and also today, right before this podcast.
That's right.
The Clippers and Mavericks. But Brandon brought up the question: is trash talk back? Or yes, that was the question: is trash talk back? And Brandon, do you have a case for that? Outside of
I don't know if it's back, but I feel like with the older players, they're definitely starting to get on like, I played against you for against you for umpteen years now. I'm starting to get tired of your stuff. Mm-hmm. So they draw back and forth a little bit. Nothing like your mother ain't, ish.
Yo mother.
Yeah, but I've noticed they started drawing back and forth. I think there was a clip when the Rockets played against Detroit. Chris Paul fouled somebody, or James Harden fouled somebody, and to the point where he like pretty much brought him down to the ground. And Chris Paul tried helping him up, try and be a good Samaritan.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Blake Griffin. Yeah.
Gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And Blake Griffin was all no, go help your own teammate.
Yeah. And then that was, that whole thing going on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And
then there was something with Orlando. I think it was Orlando and Toronto, where
I
Aaron
remember
Gordon hit a corner three and they're down by 20,
that.
and the bench kind of just laughed at him like, "Yo, look at the scoreboard" or something like that, and like little stuff
I
like
get it.
that.
No, the chippiness, like it's because a lot of what's different from now and back in the day. It's like back in the day, a lot of the players were friends like they are today, but that didn't matter as much on the court. Like they'll say that today, like oh, it don't matter. But then we have LeBron James after a fight having his arm around Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's coming the chippiness and the real feelings, like we're seeing Rondo and Chris Paul punch each other in the face, and we knew they've hated each other for years. Like we got Giannis being truthful, not making a political answer after getting dunked on. We got our everyone's favorite man's Patrick Beverley doing things like this. Everyone's also Knicks favorite. Dennis Smith Jr., a lot of Knicks fans. But look, we got Patrick Beverley doing things like this. And then we can also bring back the whole, Russell Westbrook thing. But Patrick Beverley is one of my favorite. Look, choking the back of his neck. Did y'all see that? I didn't even realize that. I didn't even see that until just now.
Why?
Because he's Patrick Beverley. Because he's Patrick Beverley.
Crazy.
So
like, there was no need.
Dang, Dennis Smith Jr. really did.
He lost his tooth.
Lose a tooth. He really did lose a tooth. That's a real thing that happened. But anyways, like it's the subtle things. It's the subtle things I think that you're trying to mention, right?
And it's apparent now compared to, I guess we wouldn't catch it on camera or it'd be very sly, and now it's like
it's there.
Bleacher Report has it, or somebody else on Twitter has got it. So it's I don't know, something that I've noticed that's different.
Neil, and now that's why I pay for League Pass. Facts, so no, 100%. Like every year, because I pay for League Pass too. Every year, I always tell myself, "Am I gonna pay that extra $20 this year just so I can get the see the things that are going on in between?" Because I want to catch those things. Because like only those people saw the argument between Draymond and Kevin Durant, because instead of going to commercial, it cuts to like they'll go to the benches and stuff like that. And obviously there was a camera on those two yelling, and you got to see those kind of things. And every year I'm like, you know what, I want to see some of that stuff, like But then I choose to opt out and not do it because I don't want to pay
$20 a month. I mean, that adds up.
Yeah. Especially for a whole season of basketball, it adds up. I had another one, but I can't find it. But it was with the same. It was with the Pistons and the Warriors. It had something to do with Blake.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It was KD and
Draymond or Drummond.
Yes, it was Andre Drummond and Kevin Durant. I can't find it. It's for the Birds, but
that was all fake.
Yeah, 100%.
There
ain't nothing there. It was nothing there, but. And for that, I'll say the chippiness is there, but it's petty. It's petty. I'm not gonna say trash talk entirely. Like I think we have few trash talkers left in the league, but the pettiness is probably the closest thing we're gonna get to trash talking in 2018, 2019 for the future of the NBA. And that's just the way it is. People are gonna make slights. And then when they see him in person, they're not gonna, act upon him compared to back in the day. Like a Kevin Garnett says something, he gonna back it up when he see you in your
literally
court,
face to face.
Facts, and he'll be saying the same thing in your face. Steven Jackson, people forget that man was a G. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. So it's like.
Even the sly ones, like Sam Cassell, he would get on your nerve.
I am. Oh my goodness, yeah. And a lot of people didn't even know that. People just remember him because but people remember him because he was on the Clippers and stuff. Like, nah, man, Sam I Am used to be a thug, man.
He be in your ear, bro.
Facts.
In your ear.
Kevin Hart is the best talker of the NBA. I mean, he all right. I mean, when he decides to show up to games, like, of course, it's a big public affair. But I don't know.
Little 5 foot self.
Yeah.
He might as well be the best trash talker in the league.
That's a list I want to see. The best trash talking celebrities, but I don't want to buy like popularity, because I think that's what they would do. Like, Drake is the best trash talking celebrities. Look at him say this to no. Drake is a fanboy that's just saying stuff to his friends. This whole that whole KD thing was so fake. Anyway,
and LeBron sons him.
Yeah, facts. Westbrook and Vince Carter. That's another one I forgot. What kind of player? Yeah. Those are players I forgot too. But yeah, I feel like it's mildly back, but it's just 2018 edition. So like it's just pettiness and those kind of things, and the Chris Paul Rondo one doesn't count because that still technically goes from not the fighting generation, but it's still a previous generation from right now because those guys have been mad at each other for forever just because they just had their private beef. But yeah, I'm with it. I hope for those who did not know, the Knicks play the Bucks on Christmas. So I mean, we'll see if Giannis lives up to that word and dunks on Mario again, or if Mario fakes an injury, yeah, something like that. But we'll see. Christmas.
And I'm sure Knicks fans will appreciate that. You're saying I'm sure all Knicks fans should be saying, "Oh yeah, go ahead, punch him." Then you get ejected.
Facts.
And then we win the game.
And that's my thing. It's Hezonja. You're like, he's a tough dude. Like I hate on him, but he's a tough dude. You'll take it. It's fine. He sits out for a little bit. He'll live. Steven Adams made it through 2 or 3 kicks from Draymond Green. Hezonja will be fine. Hezonja will be just fine. Oh man. Frankie, the best trash talker in the Knicks. Get out. Get him out. Get him out. Frankie. Here's my thing about. No, I'm not gonna. This has nothing to do with trash talk, so I'm not gonna tell that story. I'm actually excited to see the Knicks play Lakers just because of that whole cancer LeBron thing, and because we made our jokes about how Frank now is 6'7", so I want to see him step up on LeBron. I want to see him step up on LeBron so bad.
I'm an inch taller now.
He's like, push me again, LeBron, in his soft French voice. Nah, but
I can't wait for that game too. I gotta send you some.
What?
I gotta send you some prices.
Yeah, we going. Yeah, no doubt. We going to the one out here for sure. That's to this day that the one in New York last year. That was my favorite game of that whole entire season. That game was just fun. No defense was played. KP and Lonzo were going back and forth in the third quarter up until Luke Walton freaking muzzled him up and put him on the bench. But
can't show him. He's too good.
Yeah, man. I couldn't understand. Lonzo went on that streak in the third quarter, and KP was going back and forth with them. And then he benched him, and then Lonzo didn't do a damn thing for the whole fourth quarter. Like, I was just like, that was his opportunity to have a Phoenix Part 2 game, and I was looking forward to it. We had Spike and LeVar going back. That game was just fun, yo. That game was just a lot of fun last year, yo. That game was fun. So now we're going to move on to the next thing. Speaking of previous Knicks games, Carmelo Anthony. I saw it being mentioned in the chat. Brandon talked about it briefly before the show. We all know the situation with him in Houston, even though Houston could desperately use him right now. But, it's his fault that Houston's bad, so let's just leave it at that. Is Carmelo Anthony done? Like, is his career over? Is he going to get another spot? Is he going to be traded? I don't know what their plan is ultimately with Carmelo Anthony in the long run, but I ask you because you brought in this conversation, but I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Do you think it's over? Do you think he'll be moved by the deadline? What's your thoughts?
As much as I love and appreciate great players in the NBA, I always give them the benefit of the doubt. So Melo, I still think I would personally like to see him get another shot. I don't know where. It's definitely not Lakers. I see y'all in the chat. So I want to see him get another shot. I just don't know where.
Yeah.
If Houston's like, you know what, we were wrong. Let's give this another shot. Then yeah. But as far as like who would be like, yeah, Melo, we'll bring Melo in, and hopefully that he can be a mentor and not worry about playing all the time because we don't know where Melo's head is. We don't know. Does he have the Vince Carter mentality where he's 40 some odd years old, can play 15 minutes a game, and still is like, I want to be the sixth man?
Yeah.
Or is he like,
and
I don't really care about playing basketball, which I hope it's not.
I don't believe that one. I don't know. And that's the thing. Like Melo, he had said he was okay being the sixth man with Houston, and sure he had some rough starts, but then he had some good games for Houston in the few games he played as a Rocket. You know what I'm saying? People won't talk about that because they talk about the games where he had under 10 points and stuff like that. But no, I think this question is crazy. I definitely don't think his career is over. I do think he has a lot of game left. I do think he has some offensive game left. I know that his track record in the last 2 seasons does not help my argument, but and I was gonna say, a better situation. But I mean, he did have Chris Paul as his point guard, but again, Chris Paul missed some time, so that was also a thing.
It's tough.
Oh God, a thing happened. Oh, subscriber, thank you, welcome to the crew. That caught me off guard. That thing was so loud in my ears, but I appreciate the sub. welcome. Oh man, that thing hit my ears so hard. Yeah, I'm like, we did it. What do we do?
I'm saying the Chargers won.
Oh, they did it.
Yes. We won by a late field goal. We won by a field goal.
Wow. Look at y'all Chargers go. That's crazy. All that bad kicking.
Wow.
Oh, man. Wait, what is going on in the chat? I hear Isaac Bonga. Isn't he in the G League? I don't care about him.
The man's playing. He's balling in the G League. Yeah.
Why the Lakers not using Isaac Bonga? Is he doing things or something? Weird to hear you talking to LA, CK, but I'm here, bro. Oh, yeah. This show is about the whole NBA. A lot. This is about the entire NBA. So, I mean, of course, I'm going to mention my Knicks, but we talk about the NBA on this show. Is he really? Is Bonga doing things in the G League?
Yeah. He was close to a triple-double, I think, like a couple days ago or something.
I remember hearing all those high praises about him in the offseason.
Then we saw him in summer league, and
yeah,
it was rough.
He looked like a deer in headlights. But I saw it because he has the build and everything. I get it, but yeah, it was just rough. It was rough. I think Isaac is better than Lonzo. Jesus Christ,
now you're just getting
oof. Oh man, y'all talk about the Wizards yet? Oh, we talked about the Wizards, but Melo. I think he's fine. My thing is I don't know where. That's my problem. I don't know where to go. I was once saying Miami, but Miami is looking like they are their own worst enemies right now. Melo going into that situation is not going to help. I don't know where to go. Does he go back to a Denver and ruin that thing? No, I heard that. No, I don't like that. Does he go to
Denver? Yeah, that's
right. Could he go to Milwaukee? That maybe. I don't know. Bud will like him. But he could fit because they're a shooting team. Maybe that's what he needs to be around players that are shooting well to get back on out of his funk. Like I don't know. I don't know where to go. But I feel like the talk about him being done is stupid. Like he still got game. It's just about where he fits, and that's what holds me up on that whole Melo situation.
He's got like one decent season left in him. And
yeah.
After that, he probably should retire.
I want to see him play first before I can make a judgment on how long he got. I want to see him play again first before I say anything like that.
The last 2 years have shown, to me personally, they've shown enough. Like,
you think so?
I mean, not everything. There's some things you can point towards them on the Thunder, and there's things you can't.
Mm-hmm. Portland, or what's it called? OKC. I was even saying that, and I was called crazy. I was saying that, like, he slowed it down, maybe defensively on here and there, but I can't say that it's entirely his fault either. But continue, sorry.
Because when they had what's his name, the all defense no shot.
Mm-hmm.
Once he went down, then it was like, oh, let's just do
a Roberson.
Yeah, let's just do a pick and roll switch on Melo and destroy this man. So, it was a lot easier to hide him.
But that was the thing. They made each other look great. Roberson and Melo made each other look great.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he went down, that hurt.
It was done. It was done.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the same thing with Houston when CP3 was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo was a different player.
Mm-hmm.
But not once he was out, but yeah, I guess you could say once he was out, it was kind of like, all right, Melo, you're up, dude. Like next man up. And,
yeah.
And he's not the same guy as he was 3, 4, 5 years ago.
But at the same time, like that team, since he's been gone, still not doing much.
No defense.
They have no defense, and they don't have a identity. Like they're going back to just James Harden figure it out, and Eric Gordon is tagging along. But other than that, like Capella's not playing the same. It's crazy how much of a difference maker Luke Richard Mbah Moute is. Look at him on the Clippers. That dude. Him too. But I'm primarily going Bob Mute personally, just because of how powerful he is, and how much floor he covers, and how many players he can guard and stuff like that's so lost in this league, and so unspoken of. And it being a Knicks fan, seeing that with Frank, like, you get an understanding of that with these teams that have like the Craig Robersons and the Luka Mawute, who aren't doing the scoring, but they're so effective on the court. Now Robert Covington before, who was just known to be a 3-and-D, but now Robert Covington, who can score the bucket, like he can get buckets and still locks down your best player. Like that's important today in the league. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes some of these teams, great and okay. But I feel like that's probably more of the I feel like they are trying to hide their stupid free agency with Melo. Like they're saying it's Melo's fault when it's the reality situation is they did not bring back the right players they're supposed to bring back in the offseason. And
I don't think they could. I don't think.
Why not? Why not?
Look at how much Capella re-signed for. Look how much Chris Paul re-signed for.
But look how much Mbamute asked for. Like, God, he's not getting a lot of money. Trevor got overpaid in Phoenix, but Mbamute did not get that much money.
How much did Bob get? 5?
I think he's at 5. I think he's at minimum. I think he's at the vet minimum. So probably 5.
Well, they probably were looking at a different direction in terms of like
maybe just personal choice, huh?
Yeah, maybe. But even still, like you got your 3 players locked up on like a really expensive
stupid contracts. They about to be the Wizards.
So I don't know. I don't know. I think Trevor, if you would at least said, Trevor, like, can you stick around? Like, you had a poor performance in Game 7, like, come back. I think that would have done wonders for them instead of just. And not to mention, they got rid of Anderson.
Yeah, and he was actually playing.
Yeah.
He's been a nice. Sorry if you guys hear that siren. I apologize.
Chris, whatever you did, give it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking until they come in and take me in. But nah, yeah, Ryan Anderson. People don't because his defense is bad too. But Ryan Anderson has been producing for them, and then they traded him away to Phoenix. I mean, he's not playing now. Did he play for you? Did he play today against y'all?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
He looked off.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man.
They're not even using the young guys they got. They're not using. Who's your boy? He's a 4.
Marquise Chris.
They're not using.
I don't understand that. Yeah, you're right. And then they got Brandon Knight. That he's supposed to be their savior, but he's not. He's still hurt. I'm like, get the. Yeah. Oh my gosh. He gonna be out for some time. Y'all live in Compton. I live very close to Compton. That's not a joke. I don't live too far from Compton, but that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Just saying the Milwaukee. I saw Portland. I'm okay with Portland. I just don't want to ruin. Not saying Melo would ruin it, but when you have chemistry like that, you just let it be. And Portland right now is playing some good basketball. And I know that's probably I'm contradicting myself a little bit here by saying that maybe Milwaukee, even though they're playing great basketball too. But I like the fit with Milwaukee because they don't have a lot of wings. They're either small or they're tall. They don't have the in between. But they're a great shooting team, and I feel like you can slot Melo in that. He could play alongside like Giannis because he's gonna be inside, and to me that makes a little bit more sense as a fit. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's over. I think he's gonna find a team that's gonna go into the playoffs. And he's gonna, I can't guarantee that he's gonna play well, but I think he's gonna play. He'll be okay.
I hope so.
But while we're on topic of ex-Knicks needing a new home, J.R. Smith, with this past move of Korver going to Utah, you think Cleveland gonna find Earl a home?
Is he in his last year of his contract?
He is.
Then yes, he will find a home. I just don't know where. It better not be Lakerland. I tell you
that. Hey, but look, man.
No.
Earl plays great back. What if? Okay, hear me out.
Chris, you heard me.
Hear me out. Trade Earl for KCP. Done deal.
No.
KCP been playing well though, right? Since for the last few games. Okay.
Yes. We will take KCP and his streaky jump shot. Okay?
Man, just send Earl to sack. Send it back with Amon Shumpert. Team them back up.
Hey man, that Iman video. What you know about drip?
Oh yeah. Oh yo, Amon Shumpert. Man, I was laughing. He was so he was so excited. He's like, what you know about drip? What you know about that drippity drip? Shump, I miss Shump, man. I love Shump. That was one of my favorite players, man. Even in 2K now, when I do my GMs, I always make sure I try to get Shump on my team just because I just love Shump like that. Like, JR and Melo to China, disrespectful. I'm not ready to say that yet. Not yet.
Someone in the chat earlier said Isaac Bunga is better than any of the Knicks players.
Who said that? Who said that? And still in there talking. I'm banning him. I'll ban him so quick. Just get up, play. Play.
Oh no, Madid. I think I'm saying that.
Marty Knicks.
Marty Knicks. He said, "I think Isaac is better than Lonzo."
We talked about that, and we said that's a little bit a little extra, little extra. We got some quick news. Oh, we'll do that in a second. Just quick news, recent accusations. Nothing really happened. I mean, got Joe Noah getting picked up the Grizzlies. Congratulations, I guess. I don't hate Joakim Noah. That's the thing. I was one of those people thinking that I thought he would have worked with Fizz personally. I thought Fizz would have liked him because he's a gritty guy. He's a loud guy. He's on-court leader-esque. Like maybe his abilities aren't where they're supposed to be anymore, but I thought Fizz would have loved him personally. But
I think Joakim is just too much of a throwback center.
Oh, 100%. But that's the thing. He'd be a defensive situation that like he'd just literally be out there for defense in some plays. I don't know, but he got cut. I'm not mad at it. We had to get his contract off the books, which is fine. I'm just saying I thought he would have been good. But I think Memphis is a good spot for him too though. Because they play old school basketball. They're the only team in the league that's still playing like it's 2002, and Absolutely. They're getting away with it because they're winning games. Mm-hmm. Like that was this year so far. That Grizzlies Knicks game was one of my favorite games I've watched this season because it just was such a throwback. And watching Cantor be a center against Marc Gasol was cool, and it was like literal fight for every possession. Like it was dope, and to see the young guys do that was cool. But like I like it. I can't watch it day in day out with the Grizzlies because like I don't care enough about their players. But like I think it's cool. Jared Jackson is the real deal. He shot 100% against us that game from the 3-point line.
You shocked me.
He does everything, man. He does everything. But
told me about him.
Look, I've been trying to. But the thing is, I didn't expect it to be all this though. Like I knew he was gonna be great. I liked him at 4. I thought he should have gone higher, but I thought Jaren Jackson was gonna go to Sacktown. Nothing is. I'm a bag. I like majority of the rookies in this draft class. I'm a fan of. I like Bagley, but I thought Jackson would have been a better fit for Sacktown. But he's where he's supposed to be. He is home where he's supposed to be in Memphis because he's looking great in Memphis. But. Joakim Noah is in Memphis. Thoughts on that? I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, they're old school. It's the only team where he could play that old school game and fit.
Or go back to the Bulls. No.
Yeah, that would no.
He's
stop that.
He's fine.
I mean, that's the only place like he could play Joakim Noah ball and it would work compared to because everyone else is trying to speed up the game and Memphis is like, nah, we still play that old school game. You're welcome here, no Joakim. So. And the other move, like we talked about, Corver for Burke, or Alec Burks, or Burke. What's his name?
Alex Burks.
Alec Burks, whatever. What do you think about that? Because he's been up and down. What do you think about him in Cleveland?
He had a season where he like exploded on the scene, and then that's when, right after he got a contract extension, and then ever since then I think he plateaued at that one season. I forget what season it was. And and he's been hit with nagging injuries here and there, and so it made sense, I guess.
Burks is a bust. Sorry, I just reading that. Someone said Burks is a bust.
Jeez. I mean, he wasn't even that high of a draft pick, was he?
He was high. What was it? I got you. The chat probably gonna beat me to it, but I'm pretty sure he was actually pretty relatively high. Burks.
But you said this earlier too, that Kyle Korver, this is a move.
12th pick. It's about the same as Donovan Mitchell.
Lottery. Yeah.
Lottery.
This is more about Kyle Korver in terms of giving him a chance to win instead of, we need to take all the fat contracts that we possibly can. So, kudos for doing that for Kyle Korver. But other than that, it's not a monument.
Not great. Yeah, nothing. I mean, it's like the Rodney Hood trade. Same thing. Rodney Hood was up and down, even though Rodney Hood was having one of his best seasons with Utah prior to the trade. But, it was hot and cold, and now they're both on the same team, reunited together, being hot and cold together in Cleveland. I'm looking at his last his debut game was against the Celtics. Played 26 minutes. 15 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Like, that's a stat line I'm a fan of. I like it.
I think that's about his
That's
average.
who he is. That's what I'm saying. To me, he's like 11, 4, and 3 guy. I mean, he's a solid player.
He's Jordan Clarkson with the left hand.
But Jordan Clarkson got more offense.
Jordan Clarkson does not have a left hand.
Oh my goodness! Remember, you were a fan of Jordan Clarkson. Don't be that way. Don't.
Oh, I'm a fan. That doesn't mean I can't criticize that man's game.
True, that's true. I'll give you that.
His left hand is remedial. Okay, let me tell you.
And his defense is non-existent, but that's neither here nor there. Now we're gonna get to the fun part. I forgot that this was. I was supposed to slide this up, but it's okay. If we talk about this to the end, we will. And maybe we can get to the either or game, but we'll see. But right now, we're gonna go to the quarterly report. As a lot of you know, it's that time of the year where we hit the first quarter of the NBA, and we're gonna basically he's gonna give his Lakers. I'm gonna give my Knicks a quarterly report on how they played in the first quarter of the season. Then we're gonna talk about our most surprising teams that could be negative or positive, and then we're gonna talk about our most improved player in this first quarter and will it last. So I'm starting with Mr. Brandon with his playoff-bound Los Angeles Lakers. What is your give him a report card like you a substitute teacher?
I'm very pleased. Our defense. I don't know if that has to do with our schedule, but our defense has definitely improved from the first 5-7 games. I think we're somewhere like top 10 in defensive rating. So kudos to them for figuring it out finally. Our offense is, going to be coming and going as everybody predicted, and which is okay. Of course, every Laker fan, as greedy as we are, we would think we would have more wins under our belt, but I think the top team in the West has 15 wins. We have 14. We're right there, so I'm pleased. I'm happy. I give our Lakers a B.
You give them a B, a solid B,
a solid B.
No B plus, no minus.
No B plus, no minus.
Okay.
There's a lot of room for improvement, but I like what I see so far.
Okay, I think that's a fair assessment. And that's why I like talking to you, because you're one of my because being out here I'm surrounded by the Laker fans, but you're one of my realistic Laker fans, and I think that's fair. I think I would give them a B, just because of their recent run. I would give them a solid B. I would be okay with a B plus too, but yeah, I'm okay with that. No complaints here. No complaints there. I agree with it. I like what I'm seeing. I think you guys are finally figuring it out. Again, I watch the games, but very few as of lately. But I think the negatives to me are still y'all in that second half, not in the last 2 games, but in that second half, you guys go from this confident team to this LeBron figure it out, and I think
that's the reason why I can't give him a plus.
Yeah, and that's to me that's the biggest fault, because you guys, Lonzo looks confident as hell in the first. I think there's a statistic. I was watching the Stars, and there was a statistic saying that he has probably statistically all across the board has one of the best first halves in the NBA, like top 5 as far as like points, assists, rebounds, and steals. And then second half is atrocious, and that goes with like Bi. Gets his shots up. Kuz is probably one of the only consistent that goes when he's on from point A to point B. Like he'll be on for the entire game. But that second half is just like y'all just be searching for LeBron to figure something out for you guys, and I think that's probably one of the biggest minuses I have for the Lakers. But
Dad,
yeah, help! I don't I don't know what to do. We're losing now. So it's like,
too much of that.
Yeah, that's my biggest fault for you guys. But I think be solid. Now,
we're doing all this without Rondo, and Kuzma and BR are starting to figure it out.
Facts. And Beasley has been freed.
Yes,
so now
he has.
I'm definitely watching these games because Beasley out here getting highlight dunks, 11 points, making these assists, doing things he didn't do with New York. Nah, he did all those things with New York. Anyways, Beasley's free, so that's why you should give him an A+ just because of that. Luke Walton saved his job the minute he decided to start playing Beasley again. Anyways, my Knicks, I'll keep mine short too. Nah, I'm not gonna. They'd be nice to touch a B, but I'm not giving the Knicks a B. The Knicks, as we know right now, we're 8-16. We started off with the win, and then we didn't win again for a long time. We came in with an idea of what kind of system we were gonna run, which is like a run and gun. That has yet to been consistently seen. We wanted to do a lot of passing, a lot of ball movement. That has yet to be seen until last night. We saw it last night a little bit. Shout out to Marty Knicks. I see you with the super chat. My man said, "Write it down, CK. Lakers won't make playoffs." I see you.
Lord have mercy.
I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Hey, look, but damn, Marty saying that y'all ain't making playoffs, but that's a conversation for another day.
Marty.
But Marty. Yeah. So like, as far as there it is, it happened real late, but there's the notification.
Write this down, CK.
There it is.
Lakers won't make the playoffs.
There you go. You got the $5 threshold, so it said you can. I don't know if you heard it, B, but I got when you super chat and you do $5 or more, it reads the message that you send out, and they read the message, so his message got read. Yeah, yeah. So now it's definitely in stone. You got the lady in our ears saying what you said. Anyways, so yeah, Knicks are all right. You know, I'm gonna give the Knicks. I'll give just because Fizz is working with the youngest team in the league. We've competed in, like I said, in of the 24 games we played, we competed in all of them but 3 against Miami, Orlando, and we're not gonna talk about the third one because I don't want to bring it up. But we competed in every single one of those games, and we could have stole some of those games. So because of that, I'm gonna give them a solid C, closer to the C minus, more so than the C plus. But I'll give them a C because we're on that uptick right now. We're Moutier is being woken up. Kevin Knox is finally getting a part of rotation. A second rounder in Mitchell Robinson's played great for us. Alonzo Trier, an undrafted guy, has become one of our key rotation pieces. Our best player is not played yet. So all those things, I'll give him a solid C, and for not being last in the league. So there's that.
I agree. Like, from the games that I was able to see, you guys definitely do compete. Considering those teams that you do play and that I do watch, they were playoff teams last year. Mm-hmm. So you guys are taking a step forward.
Correct.
It's just you guys are missing the KP. That 7'3" giant that helped cover a lot of your flaws that are showing right now. So, it's more of like just patience and development and seeing what works right about now. And you guys should be happy that you guys have 8 wins on the board, because you easily could have been a Phoenix Suns team where they have no direction. Mm-hmm. People say that they're a couple pieces away. Nah, hell no. Okay. You guys have a sense of where you guys want to go. It's just got to take it easy.
It's good. Yeah. And it's a waiting, not waiting game, but patience. Stay mellow once again, dropping that Canadian 279. I appreciate it. My man said Moutier, the young Prince of Congo, was unleashed. Fizdale has unlocked Moutier, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But appreciate you with that exact 279. Stay mellow, real one. This man supporting me, man. I appreciate you, dog. For supporting the stream, supporting the show. Appreciate you. But yes, everything you said correct, and that's one of my biggest things. Hence the conversation we had about tanking. We're it's a positive on a team that we, realistically, like you said, we could be like we should be like the Phoenix Suns because we don't have a star piece. We played a lot of playoff teams in the first quarter of our schedule, and we should not. We to have 8 wins is nice. It's really good for this kind of team. So, yeah, 100%. But I give them my C. Lakers would be. I'm cool with that. Now, who is your most surprising team, whether it be negative or positive, right now? Who you got, B?
Most surprising team would definitely. Actually, you know what? That's not too surprising.
Change yours.
Yeah, I'm. Come back to me. Right,
come back to you. I'll take it. I'll take mine. Mine is I don't cop out answer, but it is surprising. Regardless of what anybody wants to say, my surprise team is the Warriors. Now, we've seen them not go first last year, but for them to drop as heavily as they have, mind you, I know Draymond's been missing games. I know Steph missed some games. I get all that, but you still have guys like Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson on the team, and their bench is not bad. I mean, they're full of players that we might not know, but they're good pieces for what they have. But for them to be so in their own heads to lose a lot of these games is surprising to me. I thought that I was one of those firm believers that's like, yeah, this is going to pass. This Draymond thing is going to pass. But it seems, I don't know if you guys can hear Night in the background, but she wilded. She wilded. But it's one of those things where I thought they're going to figure it out in the long term of the season. I understand that. But it's still surprising to see them, we got the Clippers ahead of them. They right there, a game and a half or so ahead of the Lakers when the Lakers are a team that are still trying to find themselves right now. So it's just surprising to me that the Warriors are where they are right now in this first quarter of the season. But, again, I expect them to pick it up. But to me, that's more of a surprise than Boston because I didn't see Boston doing – first place numbers like everyone else did because they still had to work in 2 star players. And my other surprise I almost went with was the Wizards, but I never thought the Wizards were good, so that's not a surprise to me either. So that's why I went with Golden State.
I like those two. My surprise, and this might change by the time we have next week, is Utah. Utah, everybody was saying was going to be that number 2 or number 3 team in the West. Now they have 11 wins, but 13 losses. 2 wins could easily turn that around.
100%.
That could put them in playoffs.
That's what happens with the West, man.
So, I'm just surprised that Donovan Mitchell is getting hurt as much as he is.
Mm-hmm. All over his damn body, no homo, but he getting hurt everywhere.
They were a team that looked solid and they looked comfortable in what they wanted to do. Facts. Now it's this season they're doing something completely different. They want to be a run and gun style team, which is okay, but I think it works better if everybody does their job.
Yes, and 100%, 100%.
Their point guard can't shoot again this year. Mm-hmm. Last year he was okay. Like you had to somewhat guard him. Mm-hmm. This year, I would let Rubio shoot all day. Mm-hmm. And he'll get those, 7 games out of the year where he'll be like, I can't miss.
Yeah.
So Joe Ingles is still playing, that 24-hour fitness, old man style.
That is my favorite player on that team, yo. I hated him years ago because of how he plays, but now I have come to respect Joe Ingles wholeheartedly. That man is a god. I don't care. Uncle Joe.
But you look at the rest of their roster, and it's just like, I don't know if there's a spot for you on here.
Right.
Jay Crowder, Thabo, Cephalosha, Alex Burks when he was there, but now he's not. Yep. There was a lot I'm sure there's other players on that team too. I just can't name off the top of my head, but there's a lot of people who are like, if you're going to play this style, these guys kind of aren't effective anymore.
Facts.
Who's their 4?
It's Derek Favors.
Like, it's another one that's he's a solid player.
Oh my gosh, he should be so much better than he is. Sorry.
Absolutely. But
So
you know,
frustrating.
when you're the same player for 7 years, 6
Mhm.
years,
Mhm.
it's shame on me for not recognizing that and being like, okay, I need you to come off the bench. This is going to help our team be better if we're going to play this style.
Mhm.
So I'm surprised. I wonder if things will change because they're like, you know what, this ain't working. Let's just go back to what we were doing last year, which
Right.
was pretty much Utah was kind of like the Indiana of last year, where they had ISO ball up top, where they would set a pick down at the block for Oladipo, comes up, and then he has ISO play,
Mhm.
or he has a high pick and roll, and that's essentially what Utah did
Yeah.
last year, and
No,
it killed
that's what
it killed a
worked.
lot of teams with
Mhm.
Donovan, smothering, killing people with these crazy up and unders. But that's my weird pick or we didn't see coming
Yeah.
pick. So
No, 100% agree. I like that. I like that pick. Utah. I'm looking at the chat and I saw Clippers. A lot of people were saying Clippers. That was an easy answer for me. I mean, obviously Clippers are surprising, especially for the first quarter. Like that was an easy answer. I wanted to go Clippers. You could say Raptors too, even though they're a great team. But the fact that Kawhi is working so beautifully with them, that they're technically a surprise. There's a lot of options. But for me, I wanted to go Warriors because I expected them to jump out. And fight, because when they are given a fire, they normally play well with it, but they haven't with the whole thing. So that's why I chose them. And I think the Utah Jazz is a great choice too. That's when I forgot about that. The fact that they're so low. Portland was almost one I won't choose to. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of surprise teams right now. But now we're gonna go with our most improved or most not most improved. Let's go with most impressive player of the first quarter, and I'll start this one with you.
Okay. I have two off the top of my head. One from my Lakers is
JaVale
McGee.
I'm with that. I'm okay with that.
Who would have thought the Shaqtin' King himself would be balling like this when he comes to the Lakers?
Real quick, sorry, Lil Saint. Yeah, Magic's another one, but the same thing happened last year with the Magic, so that's why I wasn't impressed by the Magic. Magic were number one for a little bit on the East last year, and then they just all of a sudden fed off. That's why I didn't Magic. Sorry, go ahead. JaVale
McGee.
And what's up, Lil Saint? How you doing?
JaVale's one, and then I see some people in the chat talking about him too.
Siakam.
I did not know who the hell this guy was.
That guy's true, man. He underrated.
I just know, pause, no homo, that he was just long.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a lot of length. And, it just, I don't know. It just, for him to be doing what he's doing and playing so well with Kawhi, or even without Kawhi, when he came out to LA and was just killing us. See, damn near him and Ibaka. They both were killing us that game.
He is just home in his spot. Like he's like the 5, cool. That bet. I like this. I can do this.
He should have been doing that in OKC, and then they would have kept Jeff Green. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't talk about that terrible management over there at that time.
But so, those two have been
Siakam
for sure.
And JaVale. I like both of those picks. Yeah. My problem with the pick of Siakam is he's great, but the thing is, there's just so that what's so great about the Toronto Raptors is that whole second unit is just so beautifully put together. Like OG, him, Van Fleet. Like you just go down that entire list and they all work. So that Raptors team is serious. Raptors team is serious. The only thing that Raptors team is missing is Popovich. That team is like a well-built team that just needs Greg Popovich. That's it. And that's not a slight to Nurse. I think he's doing a great job. I think he's arguably fighting for that Coach of the Year right now. I'm not saying that he's a bad coach. I'm just saying like that's how well put together they are. It's like a Spurs team. Again, sorry Kawhi, but but I mean, do we even need to waste time to talk about my pick? Like, do we even need to have this segment? Like, obviously we know who my pick is. I just want to say on this channel, look up the receipts, and I hope all y'all in the channel listening. What
is it? Ochefu?
No, it's not. Shut him up. I'll mute you. I have defended this man since we traded him, and he became the fallen blunder that he was. I have defended this man when he played in the preseason and looked like pure garbage, and people were talking about he needs to be out of the rotation, trade him, get rid of him. And then on top of that, he missed games in the beginning of the season. And I will admit there was one video I will find it, and we can talk about it in my next video. But there was a video where I had said that I was starting to give up on him. But I will keep my hopes alive. But I will stop talking about him and getting the ridicule because you guys were hurting my feelings, okay? You guys were tearing me up in the chat. I'm out here sounding like Stephen A. Smith. But y'all were making me upset. I didn't know where to go with it one way or another. No, Emmanuel Mudiay. Mudiay has played like the player that he was supposed to be in the 2015 NBA draft. Statistically, in less time, too. We forget Mudiay missed quite a bit of games in the season, and it wasn't coach decision; it was injury. Now, Mudiay is statistically right now having his best season. Again, it's the first quarter of the 2018-19 season. I understand that, but still, each game he has played increasingly better than less. I mean, he's had a few fillers where he had 7 points, 8 points, hasn't done much stuff, but all around his scoring. Last night he was 4 for 5 from 3. We never knew Mudiay to be a 3-point shooter. We never knew him to be a shooter. He went 4 for 5 the other night, or against the Bucks last night. He's out there shooting confident shots, playing closing minutes, playing solid defense. He's getting steals. He's using his body. No homo. Mudiay has been playing well for the Knicks, and he has been our best option at the point guard. Trey Burke has played well. We've seen Dotson. We're seeing Trier. Frankie played well in the beginning. He fell off. But Mudiay has been our savior. I've been seeing the Mudiay Saturday stuff, and I talked about in my video today. I'm not going to mention that now. But my most impressive player in the first quarter is Emmanuel Mudiay, and I hope that he is being slowly considered for the most improved award, especially if he continues to play like this, which I expect him to do, because ultimately he has, for the first time since high school, he has a coach that believes in him and that's letting him play his game. We talked about it briefly last week with Mike Malone. Mike Malone had him on such a short leash already, and then they gave him Jamal Murray, and that did not help the situation. So now he has a coach where the coach is telling him don't look at me. He's telling him to LeBron it. Luke Walton over here trying to get LeBron to look at him. Fizz is don't look at me. You get the ball, you figure it out and do what you got to do. And that has helped him turn to he's still taking some dumb shots, but the fact that he knows that he's not, under such a short leash anymore, he then takes one bad shot and then makes 4 or 5 good plays right after that, and that is all you could ask for because he's playing comfortably again. And I love everything about Mudiay. I'm getting blown up everywhere talking about CK, you were right, CK this, CK that. I don't want that recognition. I don't care about that. I just need y'all to respect Mudiay now and stop putting slander on that kid's name because he has been a nice piece for us. Now, I'm not saying he's the point guard of the future for us, but we need to give that man a contract for the long term. Not long term, for the future, for past this next season. 2 year, 3 year, I don't care. Mudiay is my most impressive. I'm done. I won't talk about it anymore. Did we mention he dunked on Garrett Temple, Brandon's favorite player, because he said he don't care about Garrett Temple, but it was a dunk nonetheless. We got posters out here in New York too, Brandon, okay? And none of them have anything to do with LeBron James, okay? So you can kick rocks over there.
We got JaVale dunking on folks.
He's a big man. He's supposed to be dunking on folks. Whatever. Luka Doncic. I love Luka Doncic, but I have him picked as my rookie of the year. So Luka Doncic is not. He's been impressive. He's doing everything he's supposed to do, but he's playing on track of who he's supposed to be. People are stupid for passing up. I said he was the first overall pick, but it's fine. He wasn't. It's cool. Mudiay. All right, I had to get it out. Mudiay. You had JaVale Pascal Siakam. Don't ask why I know his full name. I had him on fantasy. He was pretty nice for me, but yeah. CK said put some respect. Put some respect on Mudiay's name. I just watched fun fact about me. I don't watch movies like that. So and it's crazy because I acted and I did all that stuff. But I never watched pop culture movies like that until years later. And I finally saw Scarface for the first time. And I'm pissed that took me this long to watch it because that movie is amazing. Watched it 2 times since. Scarface. So now all week I've been talking like this. All week. You won't give me a sandwich?
Come on now. And you got to watch BLT used to watch that show all the time too. It was on HBO. The
Sopranos. Yeah, I need to get on that too. Yeah, I when it comes to anything good, I've not seen it because like I'm a hipster, dude. I don't follow the trends. I do it at work. But
yeah, right.
That's not what it is
Right.
at all. That's nowhere near what it is. But anyways, we are on our final 20 minutes of the show. Why is that? Why? Oh no, subscribe to PewDiePie. Yeah, we'll take time to talk about that. But make sure you subscribe to PewDiePie. Okay, this is real. This is a serious thing. Okay, he's about to get passed up by a corporation. We can't allow that. Man of the people, as a YouTube creator, I'm with PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, like the guy that be yelling out the N-word
He
randomly?
did it one time. Okay, look, man. All right. And this is the thing. I had a conversation the other day. This is probably gonna get me ridiculed in the chat right now, but I had a conversation the other day about Logan Paul too, and
Oh no.
I defended him in the sense where it's like,
what?
no, I didn't defend what he did. I defended him in the sense of get over it. Like he made a mistake. This was at the beginning of the year. A man can only say sorry so many times. Like he's young. We all were dumb at 22. Not saying we all gonna film dead bodies. I'm not saying that, but at the same time, if your hatred for him is only because of that situation still, that says more about you than about him. Like, just get over it. Don't like the dude. Stop watching him. Move on. That's the conversation I was having. And that's the same thing I feel about PewDiePie. Like, I didn't take it as, I don't feel like he says that a lot in his off time. Like, seeing the situation, I feel like it was one of those things where it's like, he dropped it.
His time, yeah, his
It
time is
happened.
back.
Yeah, like I'm gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Moutier. Say what?
As long as you don't film people dead, I think.
Yeah, no. Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying he's not an idiot, but at the same time, like, I'm calling me positive. We're both positive dudes, but I believe in second chances. If he was like 28 and doing this stupid stuff still, and he's still not maturing, not growing up, that's different. He's like 23, 22 years old. We all have a growing up period. It just sucks that he's under the public eye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
If it was anybody else, it probably wouldn't get as much attention.
Yeah. That's what I'm. Well, I mean, yes, it would have probably got true. It probably would have got attention, but it would not like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not here. We don't talk about Logan Paul, and that's not what this is about. Who's your rookie of the year, CK? I said Luka. We for those who are newer to the Coast to Coast podcast. In the very first episode, myself and Brandon came up with a lock list that we can adjust at the trade deadline for who we have as Rookie of the Year, MVPs, and all that stuff. Myself and Brandon both went with Luka Doncic, but Brandon went with a two-way between Luka and Kevin Knox. And for the Knicks fans, we know that Brandon is insane. No, I'm just kidding. I thought it was going to have a good season too, but the injury happened. I feel like that's what's derailed everything with Kevin Knox. I think that's primarily what it was. But anyways.
All-Star break. I'm calling it.
You gonna keep it? You gonna stay firm with him?
I might. I
might double down.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You don't know.
All right. Anyways. Let's move on. We're at the final 17 seconds. Quentin said, "Yo, CK and Brandon, see you guys later. Go Knicks. Hashtag KD to NY. Hashtag let's get this win Monday. Facts. Much love, Q. Appreciate your support."
He misspelled one of his hashtags. It should be KD to hashtag KD to
I
LA.
just think you're blind. I think that's what the problem is. You've been seeing things. All right. Well, we're gonna play a fun game. We like to end these episodes with a fun game where I like to either expose or test Brandon's knowledge. This one is a quicker one. This one's a little bit faster.
He thinks I'm Chuck. He thinks I'm Chuck.
I don't.
He's trolling y'all right now, but he thinks I'm Chuck sometimes. Okay.
That's not. Yes, we're playing that next week. That's what we're playing next week. Who we play for?
He played for?
We play.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. We are for people that are gonna be here next week. We are playing who he played for next week. We are playing who we play for. But I think Brandon will get some of these right. But I'm gonna come. I'm not gonna come up with ridiculous ones, but I'm gonna come up with some bad ones. I want to make sure you stay off 2K for a whole week to make sure you don't get them right. Oh, man, yeah, we playing who we play for next week. But this week we are playing either or. A lot of people know the popular game on the interwebs, either or. It's similar to that. I'm gonna give Brandon 2 options. He's going to pick one or the other. And you, my lovely chat, I would love for you guys to play as well. You guys loved last week with buy or sell. And we're gonna play either or today. I have 10 of them. I have 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. So let me come up with the 10th one real quick. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, here we go.
Love 10th. You too, Leo.
What did Leo say? Shout out to Leo. What did Leo say? Love y'all. I watch every Sunday. I appreciate you, Leo. You the man, Leo. Love this channel. Much love, Kenny. But man, shout out to all you guys in the chat right now. All right, so we about to play this either or. This time we're gonna run the music. Okay, we're prepared this time. Remember last week we got the music late. We run the music early. Who wants to be a millionaire? Music. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Yes. Hopefully it's not too loud. We should be good right here. This is good. Oh, can you guys feel it? You guys feel it? Glitch. Shout out to Glitch. Out there throwing those Michael Beasley emotes.
The goats.
Out there throwing the Michael Beasley emotes. I appreciate them. All right. Are you ready for this? Now, let's start with the easier, and then it can get difficult. Take your time. You don't need a rush. There's no rush here. We're having a good time, okay?
I'm not Charles Barkley.
I'm not saying you're... Anyways, look.
I'm not bald.
Chat, please play along. We're going to start simple. KD or Kawhi?
KD or Kawhi? KD.
Okay. Simple. We're starting simple. NBA 2K, NBA Live.
Oh. Well, that's not fair. Are we including childhood in this, or is it like as a
NBA 2K or NBA Live, Brandon?
Oh, okay. Wow. I hate both. So
for those who want to see Brandon rage, please watch our next stream.
I'll probably rage quit again, like I did last week. Because 2K.
Have you played? That answer the question. NBA
I made
2K.
it to NBA 2K. Sorry.
You want 2K?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, 13-year-old Brandon's looking at you like, why have you done this?
Yeah, for us. He's upset.
Okay. Are you an energy drink drinker?
No.
You don't drink energy drinks at all. Okay. Well, then let me change this one. Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
What did Dave Chappelle say? Coke and Pepsi, they taste about the same. But Pepsi tastes a little bit better. They've been paying me recently.
Yeah. You ain't getting paid by none of them, so be real.
I'll take Coke.
Coke, all right. Shout out to the Neil saying Brandon the prelude. That was the funniest thing, man. Kawhi looking like MVP 100%. I see a lot of 2Ks. I see some NBA lives. This is what I love about this, man. It's always split. It's always split in these chats. Anyways, all right, back to the NBA. This is not funny.
This is hilarious.
Donovan Mitchell or Jason Tatum in their sophomore season.
Wow.
Yeah. Pepsi don't make anyone sexy. Oh my God, y'all stupid.
That is tough. I like Jason Tatum, but you know what? I'm gonna pick Donovan.
Donovan Mitchell. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny because
the way you said that now it makes me think you picked Tatum.
I'm not playing the game. You're playing.
Why aren't you playing?
Because it's not fun that way. All right, now here's the real one. I need you to be real, and I need you to think about this before you answer quickly like I expect you to do. Lonzo Ball or Frank Ntilikina?
Well, come on now. Next question.
I can't move on until you answer.
I said Lonzo.
Well, that question was mainly for the chat, not for you. I expect to see a bunch of Franks in the chat. Moutier. Dale wins. Moutier wins. Raptors or Warriors?
Oh my gosh, wow. For this season,
We're talking about right now. This one, okay.
Raptors.
This one we're talking about right now.
Raptors.
Look, okay, Brandon, we agree also. But for the record, for whatever reason, you're picking all the left side ones. I guess you left because you show ain't right. Oh, Brandon, pizza or burgers?
I'm out.
Answer the question. Pizza
Pizza.
or burgers?
Well, if you see, I just had
Oh, that's where you're sponsored. Let me tell
endorsement opportunity for our
Oh my
podcast.
God.
I just had a very nice In-N-Out cheeseburger. So
So you
I
pick
think
pizza?
I'm gonna have to obviously take the cheeseburger,
All right.
the burger. In-N-Out, give us a call, please. Please do. Please do.
All right. Now, Brandon, have you been to a Knicks game in Madison Square Garden?
I took. Why you do this to me? I wanted to when I was out in New York.
That's right. And you say you didn't get to go down. Well, I'm gonna not answer that question.
Because
All right.
it was in April, and well, need I say more?
Yeah, say no, say less.
Okay.
Now this is no, I'm not answering this one. Okay, Joel Embiid or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
That actually might be your best question.
Kick rocks. My
Wow.
man Brandon looking like Shaq with all those endorsements.
Next week I got icy hot.
You coming? I played ball last night. My knee hurt.
So you know what I got? Hot icy.
And this is just entirety. This isn't just this season. This is just like long term, right now.
I'm taking Joel Embiid.
You're going Embiid. This is a hot button topic that I've had. So fun to hear you say Embiid. I'm curious to see what the chat says. I see a lot of Embiids. I see Giannis. Okay, I got one Embiid. I got Fultz over Embiid. I got Fultz or Curry. LMAO kick rocks. Yeah, I had to tell him kick rocks because he insulted me. But he got Embiid. Yeah, I had said Embiid, but Giannis has proven me wrong so far. But I'm sticking to my guns. Now here we go. Here's the last and final one. This is gonna be a bitter one for you. This is gonna be hard for you.
I feel like I already know.
LBJ or MJ?
What was the cut? You better
I was gonna do
finish
Kobe.
this.
Because, no, not Kobe. LBJ or MJ? Think before you answer.
I am thinking. I've always,
Brandon really betraying the light skin community.
I've really thought, and I've always thought of this, like,
Speak in the mic, please. Speak in the mic. We can't hear you.
I've always thought of this, like, and it's been real to myself. Before
He was Laker.
before LeBron even came to the NBA, everybody was naturally said MJ was the best player, greatest player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But now that LeBron's done what he's done throughout his career, it's become a very debatable topic,
Mhm.
like in terms of a basketball player and
Overall.
overall to compare to like the best leader to ever walk and play in this game.
MH stalling.
So I think the best basketball player would have to be LeBron. Like if you think otherwise, like you have to sit here and
Woo, he did it.
you have to convince me. Don't get
Okay.
me wrong. MJ is one of the greatest to ever play. 6 for 6.
Yep.
But we're talking basketball and every aspect of it. Rebounding, steals, points, everything, then you have. I'm sorry, you have to.
I look. I'm still on the fence, but I am leaning towards LeBron, and I think especially if he wins one in La La Land, to win a championship everywhere you go is different, and I think that offsets a little bit his terrible finals record, because people think him going to the finals as often as he did and losing the way he did, people forget the fact that he went to the finals all those times, which is very difficult to do
in a row.
Yes,
in a row. So
I'm okay with that, but I want to say one thing. You answered that incorrectly. The answer was Michael Beasley. Thank you for playing. So that is this week's episode of Either Or. Brandon failed.
You said MJ.
Yeah, but you should have known to say, Chris, you didn't have the real GOAT on there. It was Michael Beasley, and then I would have been like, you're right.
You know what you said.
No, you know what you said, and that was the wrong answer because it wasn't Michael Beasley. But anyways, we are towards the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached that close to 9:30 mark, and we are going to end the way we end every show, and that's with some positive vibes, some positive words by Brandon to go into the week. Preach on them real quick. I'm gonna get what? Answer was Ochefu. Dale, do not feed that fire. Do not feed that fire.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Where is Ochefu?
What's popping? Much love. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for stopping by. Good times. Be Easy is a true leader of the Lakers. You better let him know, MH. But as always, we end this coast to coast with positive vibes, positive words to get you through your week. Drop some knowledge on them. We're gonna get you some music. Next week I'm gonna have music for you. I got some tunes, but I'll find the right one for you for these. But go ahead, Brandon.
To answer Marty's question right quick, who does Dotson play for? Dotson plays for the Knicks. Come on now.
Man, I started the music. I was like, I think he ain't gonna. Okay, that's a preview for next week. You guys got to tune in next week to see Brandon play who he played for, because we gonna have 10 players, and we gonna see if Brandon can at least get 7 of those 10.
Chuck only gets 5. Why I gotta get 10?
Because you are you're more knowledgeable. I believe in you, Brandon. You know more players. I believe in you. I'm not gonna give you players like
from 6 years ago.
Right. I'm not gonna be like, who does Andrew Harrison play for? No, I ain't gonna do that to you. They're all gonna be on. All these players that we're gonna do next week are on rosters right now. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Now, please drop us with some heat and some positivity. Yes, active. Neil's active. Go ahead, drop us with some.
It's nothing spectacular.
Doesn't have to be, man.
Just be a winner. Just
Why you laugh?
Because I was looking at. I don't know why I'm laughing, but just be a winner.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds like pretty easy and like something simple to say, but it's a lot harder to be a winner. A winner doesn't always have to be an end result of something. A winner can be showing the right attitude in certain situations. A winner can be being the best person, better person out of a situation. Winning, there's more to winning than just an end result of you lost, he won, or she lost, she won, so on and so forth. So carry on that winning mentality in every way. Like I think every day you should go on like, did I win this battle? Did I beat this demon inside of me or externally? And I think that'll carry on. You'll start to see it when you do it more often in your daily routine.
I 100% agree with that. 100%.
So just build a winning mentality, I guess. Would be the best thing to keep. A winner is Beasley, and teams don't play him because if they did, we'll never lose. Tell that to Miami.
You were saying some heat up until I just read what Stop Videos just said. Just playing. But no, 100%. I love that. Man. Now let that get into you. Let that be a guide for you throughout the week. Be positive, man. We have a good time on the show. I love talking basketball. I love talking to Knicks, obviously, but we love to spread some positivity. We're both very optimistic, very positive dudes, and Want to spread that to you guys, and hopefully that helps throughout the week, throughout the rest of the year, throughout your life. You carry something with you. But this is the end of our show. You know, we had a great I had a lot of fun this week. I thought it was a fun show. We learned that Brandon is Charles Barkley. No. We learned that Michael Beasley is the best player. We learned that Emmanuel Mudiay is going for MVP this season. We learned a lot in today's episode.
I see now. We just talking like park players. I see now. I got it. Get it, man.
You got any last words for the people other than your pause words? You want to say something did somebody say something that rubbed you the wrong way?
Where's Ochefu?
Okay, Ochefu is on the windy. We're not answering that question. I'm disregarding that. He
needs to be a Knick if y'all want to win.
No, okay, all right. I'm cutting you off before you say anything else reckless. Y'all have a good one. Have a good week. I'll see you guys. The Knicks play tomorrow.
Ochefu.
The Knicks play tomorrow. When we play Washington, Lakers. What do you guys play today? So you got some time, right? Yeah, you got some time. All right, much love to you guys. New video on Tuesday. Possible stream this week.
Ochefu.
And you might see Brandon rage quit. Hopefully Brandon is playing some 2K, so he has some badges.
I will be playing 2K, but I'm more concerned about Ochefu.
And on that note, you guys have a good night. y'all be easy.